That'll get everyone's attention. I'd like to call to order this Finance Committee meeting, January 9th, 2024, our first Finance Committee with our new council people. Welcome everybody to Finance. I'm going to call to order right now, and Mr. Brett Arsenault is going to lead us in the invocation and pledge.
Thank you for another wonderful night together, God. We pray that you would be with us this evening as we go through finance, and that we would make decisions that you would be proud of, and we are responsible with the funds we have, Father. We thank you for Central Parish and the wonderful place it is. In your name we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arsenault. Item 2, roll call. Currently, we are only missing Councilman Robert and Councilman Turner. Item 3, chairs additions. I don't have any chairs additions. Just want to welcome everybody to 2024 and this first finance meeting. May we do the fiduciary responsibility correctly this year. Public comment. Anyone that wants to speak on any agenda item should sign one of the red or green forms. Turn them into Miss Ashley. She'll be glad to get that over to us, and we will take care of you if you want to speak on any of the items. And we'll move on to item 5, general business. Item A, Ascension Economic Development to introduce Project Jersey, Capchem Technology USA, Inc. for approval and participation in the ITEP under the Post-Executive Order 2018 rules. Ms. MacArthur.
Hey, good evening. So we're excited to have our first ITEP request for 2024, and the company is Capchem, and they are seeking to participate in the ITEP to manufacture a lithium-ion battery solvent in Geismar. The project has a capital investment of $350 million, of which about $241 million qualifies for the ITEP program. The project would be two designed and manufactured projects on the same site. One is a lithium-ion battery solvent facility, and one is an electrolyte manufacturing facility. This project would help the company serve its customers in the United States battery manufacturing industry and promote localization of the lithium-ion battery supply chain in North America. It would create 95 permanent new jobs with an average salary of $72,000, and over the 30-year life of the project, it would generate Wait, this is not the right one. It would generate $11.4 million for Ascension Parish. The property tax revenue is estimated to be $10 million, and the sales tax revenue during construction would be estimated at $1.4 million. The incentive under the program is a $5.6 million property tax abatement for the 10-year period. We do have Jerry Jones, who is representing Capchem, and he's going to do a brief PowerPoint presentation to introduce the project more thoroughly to you.
Thank you, Kate. Mr. Chairman, members of the Finance Committee, thank you for allowing us to be here. I'm Jerry Jones with Bradley Murchison Law Firm in Baton Rouge, representing Capchem. Capchem is a Chinese company with a U.S. affiliate, and this is their first project in the United States. They have operated in Europe, Poland. They are number one or one of the top 3 lithium-ion battery component manufacturers in the world. What is happening in the United States is as the lithium battery process is advancing, and when I say lithium battery, make sure we're all talking about the same thing. We're talking about what goes into the iWatch, the phones, all your small electronic components, EV batteries, battery storage. That's your lithium battery universe. And what is happening is everyone wants these to be U.S.-made components. And so this company is coming to the United States to build this solvent and electrolyte facility. Capchem back in China is a privately held company, which means it has no government ownership whatsoever. It's not in any way affiliated with the Chinese government. It's a publicly traded company on the Shenzhen stock market in Shenzhen, China. As I say, they've operated in Europe and in Japan, Korea, and all sorts of China. This is their first location in the United States. They are simultaneously pursuing a project separate project in Ohio to be close to a lot of the lithium manufacturers in the Midwest. So this is a significant expansion into the United States, and we are excited to be representing them. Let's see, let me go to this tells you a little bit about the company, the size of the company, and that sort of thing. Liz has already kind of gone over with you about the project. From a timeline perspective, we hope to begin construction in 2025. We've got to do our permitting and that sort of thing. With completion in 2028, we anticipate 95 employees with a projected capital budget of $350 million. The next slide gives you a little bit idea of what the facility would look like. We are looking at the Geismar location. The next slide, a lot of people want to understand how this process works. What's exciting about this particular, the solvent technology, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be capturing ethylene oxide, we're going to be capturing CO2, and those are the two main feedstock components for the solvent. So basically, we're going to be taking what is now being emitted into the air in ethylene oxide manufacture, as well as the CO2 that is being manufactured, capturing that, putting it in a pipeline, moving it across the fence line into the CapChem facility, and then making the component. One of the byproducts of the carbonate solvent is also MEG, which we'll be marketing as well. In the second facility, which is the electrolyte facility, we take the solvent that we're making, then we add lithium ion salts and additives. What I try to explain to people, in a lithium battery in your telephone or whatever, the battery only has four main components. It has an anode, a cathode, a separator, and then the electrolyte. And if you will, the electrolyte is the secret sauce that separates one lithium battery manufacturer from another. And so that is what is proprietary. Their customers are people like LG, Tesla, Samsung. Those are the customers that they ultimately sell to. These are some of the just downstream applications: consumer electronics, EV, battery storage, energy storage. The project we anticipate is going to be a very green project. As I say, we're going to be capturing what is now ethylene oxide emissions that are going into the atmosphere, capturing those, putting them into this product. Same thing with CO2. So we're very excited just about the green nature of the project. This is where we talk about just a little bit, so you can see we reduce carbon dioxide emissions through carbon capture and utilization, and then we reduce ethylene oxide emissions through capture and over-the-fence transport by pipeline, rather than what is now being going into rail transport. We are a company that safety first. We're going to build a facility that is going to be efficient. It's going to be state-of-the-art. It's going to be built to U.S. standards. We are going to meet or exceed all permitting requirements, both air, water, and waste. The workforce that we're going to need for this, we're pretty excited about it. We're going to need 10 management folks. Those are bachelor degree programs, 12 engineers, again with bachelor degrees, 65 operators, which is a high school degree, support services of 8. And as to the extent possible, we want to hire locally. This is going to be a U.S. project, and it's going to be, to the extent we can find people, it's going to be Geismar area people that we hired for the project. One of the things that is important to CapChem, and we've done in every community in which they are located, is we want to develop talent, and we want to coordinate with the local government and the local civic leaders to say, how can we be an important corporate partner to you? In other words, we want to find out what is important. Right now, we don't know. You know what Ascension Parish needs, what they want, and how we as a corporate citizen can be a partner with you. And so we want to coordinate with you. We are very important to us is education and training, especially workforce education and training. We want to collaborate with local companies. We're going to be involved in minority and women-owned businesses. To the point, this is one of the things we've talked about already internally, to the extent we can take a $350 million capital budget, if we have a contract that we could bid out on the national market, if we can break it down so that local companies can bid on it, that's what we're going to do, so that we can maximize to the extent possible local participation in procurement of whether it be equipment, tires, janitorial supplies, whatever it is. We want to buy as much local as we can. And that's it. I'll be happy to answer any questions or take any other information that you have for me.
You may have any questions. Oh, Mr. Robert.
Sorry, I walked in a minute late, but ultimately, your process, are you refining lithium? Are you making batteries or?
No, the solvent, if you will, the chain, we make solvent. The solvent is used to make electrolytes, and the electrolyte is a component of the lithium battery.
Okay, so nothing involved with refining lithium?
I'm sorry?
There's nothing involved with refining lithium?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all, not at all.
Good, sounds like a great project.
It is a great project. Thank you very much.
Mr. P.T.
Yeah, a quick question. When you have your final product, your solvent, what's your shipping method there? Is that going to be by rail?
Good question. We are looking at, the solvent is going to be used mostly there at the integrated electrolyte site, but we're also going to be shipping solvent to the Ohio facility, which is also going to be an electrolyte facility. Right now, we are looking at rail and barge, but that decision has not yet been made, because frankly, the bottleneck is in Ohio, it's not in Louisiana, because we have some limitations on how we can get the product up there. If I had to bet today, I think it's going to be rail, but that's still being under study.
All right, thank you.
You bet.
Any other questions for Mr. Jones? Okay. I have a motion from Mr. Melanson. A second from Mr. Cullen. Do I have any other questions? Any objections? All right, motion will go to full council for approval.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a great day.
Madam Secretary, Mr. Turner and Mr. Robert have arrived. All right, item B, approval of cooperative endeavor agreement with Ascension Parish 4-H to assist with the district livestock show to be held February 1st through 3rd, 2024 at Lamar Dixon Center. The parish will provide funding in the amount of $10,000. I have a motion from Mr. Melanson, a second from Mr. Varnado. Do I have any questions? Any objections? Motion will be sent to full council. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Approval to authorize Parish President Clint Quintmall to execute any and all documents pertaining to the Hometown Revitalization Program as it relates to the National Guard Gym Armory renovation and reconstruction project, including but not limited to contracts, amendments, change orders, and project applications, and/or Chief Financial Officer Don Caballero for financial documents. I have a motion from Mr. Robert and a second from Mr. Joseph. And Mr. Joseph, you have a question? Okay. Do I have any questions? Any objections? That motion will be sent to full council for approval. Item D, approval of amendment number 4 to the general staffing agreement with Capital City Staffing, DBA Ammon Staffing for 24/7 nurse staff at the Ascension Parish Jail. The total contract amount is $289,500. I have a motion from Mr. Robert. I have a second from Ms. Alonso. Do I have any questions? Any objections? Motion will be sent to full council. Approval of cooperative endeavor agreement with the Ascension Parish School Board to coordinate resources to supply early childhood education throughout the parish, specifically focusing on the underserved families and children. Resources will be used to provide funding for additional seats in high-quality early childhood education centers. APSB's Ascension Early Childhood Ready Start Network will receive matching funds from the state's Louisiana Early Childhood Education Fund for all local funds used to support underserved families in accessing high-quality early childhood education services. I have a motion from Mr. Joseph. Second from Mr. Hillens-Beck. Do I have any questions? Any objections? That motion will go to full council. Approval of amendment number 1 to the joint intergovernmental agreement and cooperative endeavor agreement for the adult drug intervention program to increase the amount of the agreement by additional $14,000 for a total amount of $103,900. Have a motion from Mr. Turner, second from Mr. P.T. Do you have any questions? Any objections? That will be sent to full council. Approval of amendment number 1 to the master contract for professional services with Clean Earth of Alabama, Inc. for Ascension Parish Household Materials Collection for an additional amount of $14,000 for additional services needed to the contract amount for a total contract amount of $123,000. Mr. Jade.
Clean Earth. So I provided y'all with a paper copy while he's looking. This is a very important benefit for our parish. We've got the Hazardous Household Waste Day. It is 2 times a year, October and April. Thank you, Jerry. So as you see here, save the date, guys, April 13th of 2024, and we will have one in the first week of October. A very large benefit to our parish. We run it out of Bourne 8 at a Lamar Dixon 4-line system. This year, we were also able to include the sheriff in here and be able to collect prescription meds that were unused or, left in the household. So many benefits to that. Children can't get them, and we're taking them off the streets. So in this event, 4 lines, scrap metal, scrap tires, batteries, electronics, TVs, oil, paint. Each event that I know I've served at 4 of them, we've collected over 100 5-gallon pails of paint. So that gets recycled. If it's just water-based paint, goes back into the Habitat for Humanity or something. DEQ takes care of that for us. So huge for us there. 2023 combined events, you can see we collected over 170,000 pounds of hazardous material, and it's broken down into recycled, fuel blended, treated, and what's incinerated. Very big number, 109,000 pounds of recycled. So that's goods that will be returned and reused somewhere else, won't be deposited in landfills. They'll be able to go to other products. A lot of this stuff doesn't end up in our ditches, does not stop up our waterways. So the cost of this project versus cleaning up our parish and the benefit that we get, it is very huge. Tires, that's another huge one here. Go down to these yearly comparisons, and you can see just look at the benefit when we missed COVID in 2020. We served 861 cars, right at 800 tires. That's all in our ditches, West Bank, East Bank. Now on top of this, we also offer the recycling centers at our DPW East and West. So between the 3 packages at these locations, it's very much worth it. So what we got here is basically the cost of this project. We did it 1 time a year. We've moved to 2, and the services to go to 2 extended by $14,000. So we're asking you to give us the money to finish paying these guys, and hopefully they'll come back and we can keep offering this to our parish.
I have a motion from Mr. Melanson, a second from Mr. Varnado. Do I have any other questions? Any objections? All right, motion will go to full council.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jade. Item H, approval to enter into a contract agreement with the Professional Selection Committee recommendation of the highest scoring respondent, Ralph's Market Services, for emergency feeding of the Ascension Parish employees during a declared state of emergency. I have a motion from Mr. Robert and a second from Mr. Varnado. Do I have any questions? Any objections? Oh, Mr. Petey, sorry, I didn't see it.
I don't have a question. I just want to thank the administration. I had some questions on the scorecard and where we got our values from. Happy to see that we've got a local firm in the mix there and on top, but you guys really helped us out. I asked for information. I had it within an hour. So I appreciate the speedy effort there. Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Any other questions or any objection? Okay. That motion will be sent to full council. Item I, results of the request for quotes and approval to enter into a contract agreement with Pintail Contracting Services LLC for all labor, equipment, and materials to change media and paint filters on seal troughs 1 and 4 at the Donaldsonville Water Treatment Plant. Total contract amount not to exceed $97,056. I have a motion from Mr. Melanson and a second from Mr. Joseph. Do I have any questions? Any objections? Okay, motion will be sent to full council. Item J, contract report for all contracts entered into the months of November and December. So we do this contract report. It is going to be sent out to us, and it is normally sent every month. So if you have any questions about the contract report, you can get with Miss Ashley or Miss Dawn. They'll be glad to assist you guys with any questions that you have about it. Just kind of saying that. Has anybody seen it yet? We getting it soon? I didn't see it. Oh, it's in the packet? Okay, sorry, my bad. I'm used to it being email, my bad. Okay. Yeah, so if you take a look at your packet and you have any questions, just let them know, and they will be glad to help. And then item 6, yep,
Sorry, I did have a question on the item before. I'll let you finish this one before I told you.
okay. For item I, you have a question?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Burris?
It's, how you doing? So we're looking to change the filters for the paint and media filters. Is that a contract for one change? Is this for a duration? What are we looking at here?
Is to change the filters on 1 and 4, so it's not to exceed 97,000.
Okay, so this is a one-time?
Yes, sir.
One-time deal? Did we get any other quotes on that?
Yeah, I think they're included in the back of the agenda packet. We had 3 quotes,
Okay,
and we went with the lowest one.
okay. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Burris. We appreciate that.
That was all.
I hope so. All right, item 6, finance reports. So financial update for under 6A. So we have our open finance at the website provided. The committee can view any report, and it's linked on the agenda. And again, follow up with Ms. Ashley or Ms. Dawn. They'll be glad to help you with any questions you may have about it. Other than that, we will move on to item 7.
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion from Mr. Cullen, a second from Mr. Arsenault. Any objections to adjourning? All right. Thank you very much.